Hey y'all, IRX Guy here, back again with another unboxing video. Now this just came out, and you can check the link within this video's description to find where you can order it online, as well as more specs. But this is the Sony RX100 IV, also commonly referred to as the Sony Mark IV. Now just to read off some specs, this has a it's got the Exmor RS CMOS sensor, 20.1 megapixel, 24 to 70 millimeter, f1.8 to f2.8, built-in EVF, 1/32,000 super high speed shutter, HFR 40 times, super slow motion, and slow motion is one of the big selling points for this camera, by the way, and 180 degree tiltable LCD. And basically that means, you know, if you want to do face-on video, unlike a camcorder where you can often turn that LCD facing you, facing where the camera is filming, this will not do that. So just something to be aware of. Not that it's an issue, but you know, it's something I did want to mention. One of the big things about this camera is how small it is. I mean, it's a very compact size for a real high quality camera. And again, this is just the unboxing video. Stay tuned because I'm going to take it out in the field and really hopefully impress myself and impress others. Got a limited warranty. Recording 4K movies with this product. Another thing worth mentioning is that this camera for 4K video is limited to 5-minute clips. So if you're filming in 4K, that's something to be aware of. Not an issue for me because I plan to use this as a camera to support my FDR AX100 that I'm filming this video with. So if I'm filming longer duration 4K, I'm going to use the FDR AX100. But if I'm taking stills and just some quick clips, I'm going to use this because it's very portable. Just some more swag that comes with it there. Capture One Express. Instruction manual. And then a foreign language instruction manual. Very nice packaging, but very simplistic. I like this right here a lot. It's got a USB port in the bottom, and then that pops out, so your United States style wall jack. But when you're traveling, just pop that down and you don't have to fumble with that extra thing to snag stuff. I'm going to put this documentation out of the way just so we can have more room for our goodies here. So we got the charger. We've got a nice lanyard here. It says Sony on it. You know, if you do want to attach this to the camera so you can keep it you know, around your wrist or whatever. Personal preference, whatever you want to do. Got the USB cable here for, I think this, well, yeah, obviously it charges by way of USB. That's why they included the USB wall charger. But so that's nice. So if if you were using a computer like a laptop, you could just charge off of the USB port, or you could use this wall jack. So that's very nice. And that type of connector, by the way, if you can see it in this video, it's a it says B, so it's the same type thing that I've seen. It looks, I think it's probably the same thing that a BlackBerry phone uses. So that's kind of cool. Standard cable there. I like to see that. Nothing proprietary. That that if you do lose it or if you need to get extras, if it's something that's easy to find. Before we get to the camera, I'm going to get to this other thing that's in here. Let's see. There's these two little pieces here. I'm going to have to read and see what they do. It looks like they may be used to connect a, possibly for a neck strap or something along those lines. But I'm going to research that. I think that's probably what they're for, but this is just the unboxing. And then you've got the battery right here. It's a lithium-ion battery, 1240 milliamp. So that's something that and check the link within this video's description, because something I've already done is purchase additional batteries. Just like this camera being small, so are the batteries. I mean, look at how small that is. So from a weight and bulk perspective, for travel, which is my intended purpose for purchasing this camera, I parted ways with my GH4, which I really liked, but it was bulky when I'm carrying all my other gear, and I wanted something light and easy to throw in the pack. So these batteries are small, and now we're going to get to the real thing that everybody was waiting for, and that's the camera. So let's get it out of this little pack here. It says, "Hello, I am the Sony RX100 Mark IV." Ha ha ha! So really, for you to be able to appreciate the size of this camera, I mean, it is. I've got big hands, and I'm going to be careful about touching this, because something else I have is a screen protector. And before I get any fingerprints on this, and this is actually just a testament to how well I take care of my electronics. Now, the first thing I'm going to do before I touch this is I'm going to get my microfiber cleaning cloth. And this was not part of this unboxing, by the way, but I'm just going to put it in here. And make sure there's zero smudges on that screen, because I hate smudges on any sort of screen. And if you ever have anybody that works on computers and they touch your screen, you know how irritated that makes you? So I'm not going to touch this until I put this on there. Now, this is an extra item. Check the link within this video's description. You can find where to order it and the camera. But this is actually a Sony branded LCD protector, and that's something that I want to install right out of the box before we even continue this unboxing, because there is no excuse for fingerprints on any sort of electronic device. Unacceptable. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this over here. I may want to read this instruction manual real briefly. So we just peel and stick, and it's got the little Sony logo on it. You can see right there it's got the little Sony logo. So what we're going to do is peel this off. Let's turn the camera on before I push it down. Well, it probably needs a battery. I'll put a battery in here. Maybe it's got some charge to it. Let's hope. Because one thing I don't want to do is have any sort of the corners. I am very nitpicky. If any of this does not line up perfectly, I will be very irritated. I'm going to take this little piece off gently. And now that I can see that it is aligned properly, I'm going to gently push using this again so I don't get fingerprints on it. I hate fingerprints. And I think that looks really nice. And I mean, this is, again, this is something that, out of the box, before the screen has ever been exposed to the environment, out of the box, the first thing I did is put this on. And in case you were wondering, the RX100 Mark IV does not have a touchscreen. That's why I'm able to rub this right now while it's got the device powered on. So we're just going around and blow off. I got cat fur on it. That's Sean Coonery, the big Maine Coon cat. Sits on this unboxing table sometimes, and there happens to be some fur. So we're going to just wipe that off. And you can see there how factory that looks with the screen attached to it, the screen protector. because again, that is the Sony branded screen protector. And I'm sure you can get a lot of aftermarket ones, excuse me. But check the link within this video's description. I would highly recommend this one just because of how professional it looks. So now what we're going to do is continue the unboxing. So you do have this camera. It says on the tag here, it says built-in EVF XGA OLED True Finder. It's got this little thing right here that pops up. Let's see how to pop that up. Finder. Oh, you just pop it on the side there. See? And demonstrate that again. Pop. And then for flash, got that right there. So you do have a pop-up flash. Something that a lot of people have commented about is wishing that they had a shoe instead of a flash. You know, so you could put like an external microphone or something like that. This does not have a microphone jack either. So I mean, it's definitely a camera that you need to appreciate it for what it is. And again, I haven't even taken it out in the field yet, so you know, stay tuned for those videos because they're going to really show off the performance of this camera. But to be so tiny, see, that's what's so good about it. To be so tiny and to be able to get stellar photo and video performance out of it, that's what it's all about. So, and then I'll power it on here so you can see the lens pop out here. Let's see, power on again. I'm just going to set it up real quickly. English. And let's see. Yeah, I want to pop out this display so you can see what this looks like here. I'm very impressed with the size, and to be as small as this camera is, the build quality is really, really nice. It's one of those things where you don't feel like you're sacrificing on quality just because you're getting enhanced portability. So here's what it looks like with the lens, and I'm going to zoom in and zoom out. So that's it zoomed the most right there. Maximum zoom right there, so you can see it sticks out a little bit, and then when you turn it off, obviously it retracts, and it does have a built-in you know, lens cap of sorts. See, I'm going to turn it on to demonstrate. See, so that's on, and then that's off. So one of those things you may like that. You know, you may be the type of person that likes to screw a UV filter and or other filters on it. So this is a camera you've got to ask yourself, is it something that's right for you? And I'm confident it's right for me because I wanted that extremely portable, throw in the pocket, throw in the bag with other gear, and not encounter a lot of extra bulk. So for me, it's a great camera, and like I said, I sold my GH4 because although the GH4 is probably at the time of posting this the best camera for 4K video in the market, for someone like myself that shoots in auto mode, it wasn't optimal for me. And I did do the manual thing and it worked well, but you know, it wasn't. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? That does pop up over there. It's at 180 degree. Let's see if it'll. Yeah, so you can position this. See right there, you can position this so you could see yourself if you were doing if you're doing face on video. So that's pretty cool. It just doesn't go out to the side of the camera. And then obviously this pops back down. One thing that I wish that it did do when it closed, that it flipped over somehow so that this wasn't exposed. But again, it's not a touchscreen, and I did install the screen protector on it. So, you know, it'll be safe in my hands because I'll take good care of it. I'm just going to show you a little close-up here of the camera. And obviously it's got a little screw-type tripod mount on the bottom. Attach it to a tripod or whatever. HDMI and then a multi. You can see right there. And then those just go back down. It does have Wi-Fi. So there you have it. It's the unboxing of the Sony RX100 Mark IV. Check the link within this video's description. You can find where to order it online. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe. YouTube.com/IrixGuy.